Good morning, everyone. I can still see parents pouring in, but since we have limited time in our hand and we have huge number of participants today, so I am forced to start and I am not in a position to wait anymore. So a very warm welcome to all of you on behalf of Groom Academy. Parents are requested to settle down, please. This is a very, very important day in Groom Up calendar, like every year. And generally, on this special day, every school and head of the school takes this opportunity to talk about their school's achievements, how much they have done, kind of advertisement. But in Groom Up Academy, we follow certain principles. We abide by certain ethics. And one of it is not to talk about ourselves. We believe that our work, our honesty, our sincerity should speak for itself. Amra nijeder ঢাক নিজেরা পেটাতে, we don't believe in that. So, rather than talking about our achievements, I would like to talk about certain things. Rather, I would like to discuss with you certain points which might clarify certain doubts which parents generally face in everyday life. Parents, I hope you realize that the age in which you bring your child to us is a very, very crucial age. 2 years to 7 years, this age group, it is called golden window. It's a magical age because, why is it a magical age? Because at this age, our kids are in a state where maximum number of brain synapses happens. Now these brain connections are very, very important to learn, grasp, and imbibe new things in them. So, whether it's communication, whether it's bonding, mannerism, emotional intelligence, all these things can be learned very fast at this age because of maximum number of brain synapses that happens inside your child at this time. So when I'm talking about learning, it's not just learning. At this time, their memory is at its highest point. So they can remember everything very fast. And not only that, the things they learn is going to stick to them because at this age, their retaining power of their brains are at maximum. So whatever your child is learning, whatever your child is exposed to at this tender formative age, that's why we call it a formative age group. Because these things your child is going to carry throughout their life. So that's why you as a parent and we as a school, we should be very, very careful about what we are exposing our children to. যা বাচ্চাদের দেবেন বাচ্চা সেটাই গ্রাস্প করবে और वही चीजें बच्चा कैरी फॉरवर्ड करेगा अपनी जिंदगी में. That makes this age group a golden age group for your child. So you should be very careful, very, very careful about your conduct in front of the children, about the school that you select for your children, what kind of environment that school is giving to the children. School selection doesn't mean the building. School selection doesn't mean whether there is AC or not. School selection means who is going to handle your child, what kind of bonding the child is going to get, what kind of environment is being created inside the school. Is it terror or is it love and care? That should be ascertained. Now, one very important thing, one more important thing that takes place at this time is that children at this age group have mirror neurons. Not only human kids, mirror neurons are even present in other creatures also. And what does mirror neurons do? Have you ever seen any lioness giving her cub for a training? No. Then how does a cub learn to hunt? Lioness keeps the cub connected with her, near to her, and let the cub watch mother, witness mother do the hunting. How does that happen? That happens because of mirror neurons. So our kids, they also have mirror neurons, and these mirror neurons are actually helping them observe and create the same thing which is happening in front of them. সেই জন্যে আপনারা যদি কোনো সিচুয়েশনকে হ্যান্ডেল করছেন, সেটা হয়তো আপনার বাচ্চার সাথে কোনো রিলেশন নেই, কিন্তু ওই সিচুয়েশনে আপনি অ্যাংজাইটি শো করছেন, স্ট্রেস শো করছেন, or a children is witnessing some kind of shouting. Remember, the child's mirror neurons are catching it, and that is going to get reciprocated. That is going to get reflected in coming future. So, being parents, being elders, we should be very, very careful what we are doing. Because the same thing, under the same situation, your child is also going to do. Now you may ask, ma'am, তাহলে যদি একটা কিছু ও ফেস করে দেখে থাকে, তাহলে কি ও কোনোদিনই ওটাকে নর্মাল ভাবে হ্যান্ডেল করতে পারবে না? আমি হয়তো ভুলভাবে হ্যান্ডেল করেছি. If I have done wrong, is my child going to, if he had seen it, is he going to do the same thing in future? Of course change can happen, but that will require extra work from your child. Naturally, he is going to imbibe whatever he will see. So that becomes very, very important part of parenting. That how you handle yourself. Now sometimes parents ask me, ma'am, bishon jed kore, bishon rag kore, my child shows too much of tantrums and I lose temper. What should I do? How can I handle that? O kothai shone na. What should you do when your child is doing tantrums? What is the right thing to do when your child is doing tantrums? The best thing to do when your child is doing tantrums is nothing. Don't teach your child anything. Don't make your child understand anything immediately when the child is showing tantrums. Let the tantrum fade away a bit. একটু fade away হতে দিন. You know why? কেন এই কথাটা বললাম? Because when your child is showing tantrums, child's sympathetic nervous system is activated. The child is in fight and flight mode. The limbic brain has hijacked the behavior part of the child. So that is not the right time to do anything. Let it settle down. What you can do is that you can tell your child, yes, I understand. You are disappointed. তোমার খারাপ লাগছে আমি বুঝতে পারছি. But you will have to do the homework and then only you can play. So, would you like to play football or cricket? Would you like to play inside the home or you want to go out? Give him options that will give him the sense of autonomy. That will give him the sense that yes, I am being understood. Should I keep the football near the study table or should I keep it near the door? Give him options, but don't try to teach him at that point. Now sometimes what happens is that he's asking for something and you said, na baba, eta tumi korbe na. Keno? He will ask like that. And then you will say, ei eta erokom, tai jonne tumi eta. You will give him an explanation. After hearing the explanation, he's again going to say, keno? And he will ask for keno multiple times. Now you will have to understand at this point of the time, the child is not asking for the reason. Explanation to apni diye diyechen. He is not asking you the explanation. Keno ta kintu ar explanation er jonne na. Now he is emotional about your explanation. आपने जो explanation टा दिए चेन, उसे वो पसंद नहीं आया है. इसीलिए he is asking about why, कैनो खेलबो ना, why, again and again. So here is the point that you should stop giving the explanation and start addressing the emotion. Here your job is to start addressing the emotion by saying, I know you are disappointed. Tomar kharap lagche, ami bujhte parchi. I can understand. What do you think you can do about it? Ki korbe bolo to? Ki kora jay bolo to? Give him the question. This is the base of letting your child learn emotional intelligence. Ajker date, emotional intelligence quotient is the one which determines the success and failure, final success and failure of an individual. Same marks, same college, same degree, একজন অনেক এগিয়ে গেল আরেকজন পিছিয়ে রয়ে গেল. Why? Because of emotional intelligence. How your child is able to handle his emotions is going to determine the final success of your child. And this is the time to sow the seed of that progress which is going to affect his life, his success, his happiness in future. So parents, remember, form and kind. These are the two words. These are the two words, if you remember, while parenting, you are taking a right direction. एखाने अनेक पेरेंट्स आछे, बहुत पेरेंट्स हैं यहाँ पे, सब चाहते हैं कि बेस्ट पेरेंट बने, सब चाहते हैं अपने बच्चे के लिए बेस्ट करें, बेस्ट दे. But sometimes, somewhere, we are making mistakes, which cannot be called as good parenting, which can be termed as bad parenting. हम चाहते नहीं हैं, लेकिन जाने अनजाने हमसे हो जाता है. So, what is bad parenting? I'm sure none of you are doing it, but what is bad parenting? The first thing that you can do, which can be considered as bad parenting, is getting trapped into happy child syndrome. বাচ্চাকে সারাক্ষণ খুশি রাখার যদি আপনি ডিসিশন নিয়ে থাকেন, that is your job to keep my child happy, happy child syndrome, then you are walking towards bad parenting. Because it's not your job, not your first job, to make your child happy all the time. What is your job? Your job is to give correct value system to your child. Your job is to keep your child safe and secure. Your job is to make your child a responsible, independent, self-dependent human being. And all these things you cannot achieve if you are trapped in happy child syndrome all the time. Another thing which most parents take very lightly but comes under bad parenting is gadget exposure. আমার বাচ্চা রাইমস দেখে, পড়াশোনার ভিডিও দেখে, এবিসিডি দেখে, ব্যাস এইটুকু. আমার বাচ্চা খায় না, তাই জন্য মোবাইলটা দিতে হয়. We all have reasons, but you remember, whenever you are exposing your child to gadgets, you are harming your child. Just remember this part. Sweden is the country which took over complete digital classes and invested huge amount of their fund to make all the schools completely digital. The first country, Sweden. But today they have taken it back, retreated it back, understanding the fact that gadgets are harming the children more than being helpful. Their comprehension power, their social skills, their ability to concentrate, their ability to follow real world, everything gets hampered when your child is getting gadget time. And last but not the least, bad parenting happens when you try to overdo for your child. বাচ্চার জন্যে যখনই বেশি বেশি করে দেবেন, you are actually harming your child. If you try to solve all their problems, if you try to make them, give them company all the time. আমার বাচ্চা বোর হলেই আমাকে বলে, মা আমি বোর হচ্ছি, আর আমি খেলতে আরম্ভ করি ওর সাথে. Let your child get bored. Don't give him expensive toys. Let him discover toys. I always say, বাচ্চাকে যদি ভালোবাসা দেখাতে হয়, দুই ভাবে ভালোবাসা দেখাবেন. এক, প্যাকেজড খাবার খাওয়াবেন না, টিফিনে প্লাস্টিক ছিঁড়ে খাবার দেবেন না. আরেকটা হলো গ্যাজেটস বাচ্চাদের হাতে দেবেন না যদি সত্যি ভালোবাসেন। বাচ্চাকে সত্যি ভালোবাসা মানে এই না যে সব কাজ ফেলে বাচ্চার সাথে খেলা। Let the child get bored. He will discover his own toys. Don't buy expensive toys for the child. It will help activate their brain and discover new things and find out how he can stay busy creating new things. Don't underestimate your child and don't overdo for your child. When you are doing too much for your child, actually you are satisfying your own ego and self-esteem by taking away your child's self-esteem. Please don't do that. They are very smart, very capable, and can handle themselves, believe me. And that is what they are going to show it today now on this stage when they are going to rock today. And you are going to witness how disciplined they are, how well-mannered they are, how much smart and how much brightly, brilliantly they can perform in front of so many people, camera, light, in an absolute foreign environment. So have trust on your child. I am sure I am going to now end, and I am sure you are going to have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday morning. I know it's difficult. Sunday te onek kaj thake, shei kaj fele apnara eschen, but I am sure my kids, my team will not disappoint you, and you are going to have a rocking time today. Ektai request, পারলে শেষ অবধি থাকবেন। শেষ বাচ্চাটাও অনেক অনেক মেহনত করেছে। He is given all his effort and he is expecting your applause. বাচ্চারা পারফর্ম করবে, আপনাদেরও একটা পারফরম্যান্স থাকবে to give them applause and encourage them. So hope you enjoy this morning and it becomes a memorable day. Thank you so much for being so patient and listening me too. Thank you.